more challenging than the one we are in now. Please help me welcome Professor Eddie Glaude.
Many of us watched it in real time, yes?
Yeah.
So here we are, people talking about that we had turned a corner economically, and by every statistical measure, black folk, at least the people I knew, were still struggling. Even though at the moment, at the time, right, unemployment wasn't 15%, it had dropped down to 9%, now it's in the 8%, but it's still twice that of white folks. Even though, you know, the housing crisis had been kind of contained, we were still struggling now that white wealth is 13 times that of black wealth, right? Even though our children, many of our children, right, what is the poverty rate for black children? It's 38% to 40% of black children are growing up in poverty. In my home state of Mississippi, 50% are growing up in poverty. And let's be clear, that's just simply the federal government's line. Remember, right, you got 24% of black folk living in poverty. That means that those who are making $1 above, $5 above, $10 above, they're not included. Right? And then we're looking at these folk who are doing everything right. These folk, by every standard, right, doing everything right, playing by the rules. And what are they experiencing? Downward mobility. Struggling to keep their feet in the midst of a so-called recovery. And I was trying to answer myself, what is going on when a black man in the White House is saying that we've turned the corner? What does it mean that this community is invisible, that the suffering of our community is invisible? And what is the relationship between that invisibility and their disposability?